The functions of the criminal justice system. The components that make up the criminal justice system are law enforcement, the courts, and the correction system. And this right here is a picture of a defendant awaiting sentencing in front of a judge. Some of the problems that keep the criminal justice system from functioning effectively are the consensus model and the conflict model. The consensus model assumes that criminal justice systems work together, whereas the conflict model assumes that the individuals are only looking out for their own best interests, such as raises or promotions or personal gains for themselves. Another problem of the criminal justice system is prison population. There's over 2.4 million inmates incarcerated at any given time, and over 12 million inmates that cycle through prisons every year. Due to the amount of criminals, shorter prison sentences, parole, and probation are used more frequently. That way they don't have to send as many people to jail, and the population stays down, which puts people that still aren't rehabilitated enough out back on the street. The Federal Crime Reporting Program is a statistical method used to track crime patterns by the FBI. It tracks crime data of murder, forcible rape, robbery, aggravated assaults, larceny, theft, motor vehicle theft, and is used by over 18,000 agencies across 43 different states. Historical crime traditions is that there's more technology now than there ever has been, so security is increased, the methods in which the police officers use are increased, and the criminal justice system also has different goals, such as focusing on rehabilitation more and more, whereas they used to just give them the maximum sentence or the death penalty and then just give up on the criminal. And cops also used to walk the beat, but now they also have more cars, helicopters, planes, more stuff that they can use and access, even boats. Pelian's principles, there's 9 of them. The mission of the police is to prevent crime and disorder, and the ability for police to have the ability to do their jobs is upon public approval of their actions. The criminal's progression through the system is at first they'll get arrested once the cops find out evidence. The cops gather up the evidence, find out the suspects, and they start to make the arrest. Once the inmate's arrested, then they'll be arraigned, and they'll either be able to bond out of jail, or they'll have no bond. Then they'll await their trial date, and then once their trial's over, they'll be sentenced, and then that's where they begin their rehabilitation. Some of the courtroom procedures involve a judge, a jury, a prosecutor, a lawyer, and a defendant. The first thing that'll take place is the arrest. Then they'll have first appearance, where they'll go in front of the judge, and that's where a judge will give them a bail or no bail. If they don't have a bail, then they have to stay in until their trial date. Then the lawyer and the prosecutor, they'll either try to have a plea bargain, or if they can't agree upon a plea, they'll go to trial. Several of the reasons for the plea bargain are a quick, easy conviction for the prosecutor, or if the prosecutor has too many open cases on their desk at one time, then they'll be able to get rid of it right away. If the defense doesn't feel that the state has enough evidence, then they could also turn down a plea, where they'll go to trial, and then they'll have the jury. They'll present evidence. They'll call in witnesses, and then they'll wait for the jury's indictment. And then the last step would be sentencing if the defendant is found guilty.